Hello everybody, I am at Brewers at a sort of a beer event, and I met this company and I wanted to talk with you. What's your name again?
I'm Killian.
Killian.
You don't want to go for a ride, do you? We could get out of the palace, see the world.
Is it safe?
Sure, do you trust me?
So Killian has something to offer to the brewers.
Yes, that's correct. So to the brewers and actually winemakers, or to everybody that works with the little guys with the yeast, we make automatic yeast counting. We determine concentration and viability, so how many yeast you have and if they're alive or dead. Smartphone based with our microscope that you connect to the smartphone. The images are sent to the cloud, analyzed, and you get the results back within a minute.
Can you remind us a little bit that brewers have to know the concentration of yeast at what step? The fermentation step, I guess?
Exactly. So obviously yeast is responsible for the fermentation. It depends on how careful you want to be. You should definitely check your yeast before pitching, and if you're going to reuse your yeast afterwards, also when harvesting your yeast before you repitch. So in a simple way, yeast is like the worker in the factory, right? So if you don't have enough workers, or if you have a lot of yeast but there's dead, then you're not going to get the beer that you want or the taste that you want. Some people are actually looking for the number of yeast for the concentration using a microscope.
Okay.
Some people also just go by the indication on the dry yeast, how many grams is in a bag, and then
so
they just
trusting.
they go by weight. And we say in Germany, trust is good, but control is better. So
I say that to my kids as well.
See, we have two offerings. One is a microscope that is fist-sized, and that you connect to your smartphone or to your tablet, and that automates your count. Or if you already have a microscope and you don't want to invest in another piece of hardware, we have this eyepiece camera that you connect to your existing microscope, and then connect it to the smartphone, and you would also automate part of the count.
What's the difference between your solution and a classic microscope?
So the classic microscope, they are similar in the sense that we use optics and magnification to count. The challenge with the microscope is that every human counts differently, right? So if you count or I count, we'll get different results, and we also make decisions differently from day to day. Mm-hmm. So maybe today we count a cell that is slightly blue as living, and the next day we count it as dead. So we don't have a consistency in our counts over time.
Okay.
Yeah? That is one thing. And the other thing is that to load a TOMA chamber, you have to be very careful to do it right, because if the volume is not correct in the TOMA chamber or in the hemocytometer, then your calculations will be off. So we're basically just taking steps out of the equation where you can make mistakes and automating them. So this is the chamber that we use to count the yeast. We pipette the yeast into one of these openings, and then we slide it into the microscope. We put it into focus. We can do concentration and viability. Then we take between 2 and 10 pictures, and then we get our result back. If we want to ferment, for example, 10 hectoliters, and want to have a concentration of 850,000, we go calculate, and then it would tell us you would need a lot of yeast to do that, because we have a very, very low concentration. The basic kit starts at 900 euros, 999 euros, and goes up to 2,000 euros, depending on how many analyses you want. And the kit if you already have a microscope and you just need the camera, that is basically you need the camera, which is about between 60 and 100 euros. You can get that on Amazon, and then the smallest package you can get is 199 euros for the analysis.
If you have a microscope.
If you have a microscope.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope this video is clear enough. But if you have more questions, you can ask directly this company.
Exactly. Feel free to write to us on Facebook or on the website, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julian.
Bye.